Hey guys, bringing you a general reading for the collective of Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I am losing daylight here, so let's hope it lasts through the reading. Little Leo is here with me. He's about to cause some trouble. Yeah, no. Nope. We're going to have a kamikaze kitty in a second. Oh my God. Funny story, you can see his little tree behind me here. And there's the top of it. And then way over there is a ceiling fan that somehow, some way, this kitten believes he can reach. So you ever see like a flying squirrel? It's kind of what he does several times a day. So when I say kamikaze, I mean it. Crazy cat. Okay, so Pisces, welcome. As a general reading, it may not resonate for everyone. Just take what speaks to you, leave the rest. You can be here as a cross watcher. That's fine too. I am doing a split soulmate spread, so just whichever side of the spread resonates with your experience. I set the intention that this side will be Pisces, this side will be your divine counterpart, but it can come through reverse, so don't let that freak you out, okay? Here we go. I'm pulling from Starry Beginnings. Little kitten. Crazy. Oh, this is lovely. Card 30. Walk your own journey. It's essential to stay on your own path. That's beautiful. Walk your own journey, right? Very interesting for you, Pisces, because I always, especially the Pisces sun, sun signs, I always see you very much as spiritual guides. It's kind of baked in to the DNA of the Pisces sun. Regardless of the house, regardless of the rising, it's kind of part of your nature in whatever way that it manifests. And so I love that you're being reminded to walk your own path, to walk your own journey, and to not kind of merge with the journey of your beloved or even those you love in general, friends and family, etc. Yeah. Good advice. Okay, let's see what's coming through here for you. As I said, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Not date or time specific. So your person is showing up here in the energy of the Two of Swords, an important decision, a crossroads moment for them. You're all ready to communicate. The Eight of Wands, sort of the dominant energy for you. For your person in the past, we have the Five of Cups, some remorse, sadness, grief, loss. Right now, their present experience of this connection is the Star. I love that. So that's kind of like, keeping hope alive here. And maybe they're looking for some clarity as they kind of move forward on their own path. I often feel of the Star representational of the miracles of the cosmos and how we're kind of guided, behind the scenes in the great cosmos. The universe guides us forward and always has our back. So that's kind of what I'm feeling. And then here they are in the future with the Eight of Pentacles. So focusing on solutions to problems, maybe something that needs their time, attention, energy. And here for you in the past, we have the Page of Pentacles. That's definitely sort of a tentative first step, possibly in a new direction. Now we have a Page of Cups. Why with the pages here, Pisces? And then in the near future, we have the Death card. So that came out twice in the morning musing. But let me start with this Page of Cups. Your present experience of this connection is about receiving messages from the heart, either receiving them or offering them. Pages are messengers. And the Page of Cups, very sincere, very sweet. Sometimes it can be about a message of love or apology, or both. And then the Death card to me is representational of, new beginnings coming from growth, change, and transformation. Something has to kind of die off so something new can be born into its place. I always like to point out the sun breaking on the horizon. In the background of this card, the white rose on the flag, right? There's peace there. There's always a new day. The sun is going to rise somewhere in the world, whether you can see it or not. So I feel like there may be a new day dawning. A new day dawning. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Okay, so let's go ahead and see the Two of Swords. Five of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, the Fool. Yes, this person is, again, you know, they're sort of making their way through a certain situation. This has been coming through for a long time, Pisces, and so I'm just going to kind of stay on that vein where this person is sort of leaving behind some difficult, dramatic energy, something that no longer serves them, something that's had them out of balance, feeling unstable in their life. There could be some insecurities there as well. In literal 3D type of things, like things not being on terra firma, and they're ready to kind of break free of it, and they're just sort of at that moment where they're reaching that crossroads, and they're sort of assessing the risks involved of just cutting loose, cutting free, or leaving everything behind. The Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups together is sort of like a, I'm closing this door for good, I'm not going to return. So that's where they are. Five of Cups in the past. Three of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay. So for those of you who have been following for a while, if you're new, welcome. But for those who have been following for a while, it is a continuation of this person sort of, you know, dealing with someone who was not cooperative at all. Lots of regret here, lots of water under the proverbial bridge, lots of heartache for your person dealing with someone that could have been a wife or at least someone they were in a long-term committed connection with. That's how it's been coming through, so I'm feeling like we're still there. And because this is past facing, and now we're looking at this Fool rising up from the bottom of the deck as this person understands they've reached this crossroads. It's like now or never, and I'm feeling like this person is preparing to kind of leap outside of all of this negative energy and leave it behind for good. So that doesn't mean that there isn't sadness, that it isn't, even though they're kind of escaping a difficult person or a difficult situation, very karmic in nature even, has come through in a lot of your readings. I kind of feel that it's like it still weighs on them. You know, I don't see the Ten of Wands, but I'm feeling the Five of Cups, and I'm feeling the Five of Pentacles, the instability. The fives are, you know, chaos and conflict and abandonment issues and regrets and sadness and grief and loss and all of that. And we see this person at that moment of truth for themselves, that they kind of have to be prepared to turn and not look back. The Star, Queen of Swords, Two of Swords again. Wow. Two of Pentacles. So while they're keeping hope alive here, they know they have some splaining to do. I almost feel your energy here as that Queen of Swords. It came through in the morning musing, and the way that I talked about it was about, you know, adopting a more practical mindset, especially when it comes to communication, which is how you're showing up here in the reading. Right, like kind of checking your emotions at the door. Pisces, especially if you're here, you know, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, it's all about the heart. It's very empathic. It's very sensitive. It's very emotional. And sometimes that gets in the way, you know? Sometimes we kind of have to check that at the door. The emotions can be dealt with at another time. Sometimes we just have to get down to brass tacks. So that's what I feel this person is like as they're in this Two of Swords energy. It's a crossroads moment. It's all about them kind of getting clear on the decision that they're making. They're keeping hope alive. They're following their North Star, but they know they have some, questions of yours that need to be answered. Two of Pentacles, they're not exactly sure how to go about it. The Two of Pentacles, it's like sizing up the right time. It's part of the assessing realities on the ground energy as they're making this decision. Twos are always about choice and decisions, and they could be a little bit torn. So here we go with the Eight of Pentacles. In the future is like, okay, well, if I got an issue, if I've got a problem, or if this person has questions that I'm not yet prepared to answer, or I don't know how to even bring it up or broach the topic, or meet the level of explanation that's required, they're going to work it through. Eight of Pentacles. Devil, Four of Cups, and the Moon. There's some Pisces energy. I feel like this person in the future is sort of a little bit apprehensive that they may have missed an opportunity here with you. We've got that Devil, which is, I'm connecting it to, for most of you, for many of you, it will be connected to a karmic partnership. Queen of Pentacles in this case, in a very difficult karmic connection. Dramatic. I've said it before, and I hate saying it, but almost like diabolical, right? Something that really had its talons in this person. And so they're sort of focusing on the missed opportunity, wanting to sort through it, wanting to explain it, not really knowing where to begin, and also possibly a little bit worried or apprehensive and nervous that they may have missed, and it may be too late, that they may have missed an opportunity. Okay, and because we have the Death card here for you in the future, I think their concern is probably justified. So let's go over here then and see the Eight of Wands for you. And remember, it's okay if it's reversed. Yeah, you're manifesting. Oh, there's the King of Swords and the Emperor. So manifesting communication with someone who's been a little bit elusive. This is the Divine Masculine we're talking about. King of Swords, now we have the King and Queen, right? So we know that there's a good match here at the level of thought, communication, the way you both sort of size up the world, the way you approach communication, even about your standards. The King and Queen of Swords as a couple, lots of high values, standards, morals, all of that. So I kind of like that you're showing up here in this connection with that energy, because it's like you're kind of calling in the highest version of this person's honor and integrity, so that you can kind of have this conversation, maybe get some sort of sincerity from this person. Yeah. And maybe even to deliver some kind of message that comes from your heart to them. But we'll get there in a second. Page of Pentacles in the past. Three of Cups, Tower, Chariot. Okay, so for some of you, this is third party, for sure. There may have been some experience on your part that you might have been breadcrumbed by this person, right? And that might be part of this missed opportunity that this person is going to deal with and try to fix and solve for later down the road. But in the past, with this Five of Cups of theirs, their regret about something, if you look at the Five of Cups, what's knocked over? What are they staring down at? The Three of Cups. So there is this energy that I feel this person has some regrets about. Lots of threes here. Three of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Three of Cups. So I am feeling the third party situation. So if that doesn't resonate for you, then this part of the reading just may not be speaking to you. But I feel whatever that breadcrumbing was of the Page of Pentacles, it kind of brought the Tower down. and it, was just something you had to move away from. Could have been this person, took off or chose this other person and sort of moved away from you. So the Chariot can be about moving towards something or moving away from it. And it is usually associated with success and victory. But it can also be about, a relationship that doesn't have any staying power or that isn't good for you and that isn't sustainable. So that's how I'm interpreting it. And then we're looking at this Page of Cups. So you may be anticipating some kind of message of apology even. Knight of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles. I think things are moving very slowly. And as a result, with the 8 of Swords, it's almost like you fall into those patterns of second guessing yourself or having some stuck energy, plagued with self-doubt, self-limiting beliefs, especially because you're in consideration of your future here. The 10 of Pentacles, life partnership, future, abundance, family, creating a life with someone, growing a life with someone. And I feel as if this message coming in is coming in so slowly, it's got you stuck. It could be that the Knight of Pentacles is bringing in that stability that hasn't been there since the Tower moment in the past. Whatever that Tower means for you, it's sort of like there's this need to repair that, this need to sort of hear straight from the proverbial horse's mouth, from their heart, from the highest version of themselves in their idealistic frame of mind, what this was all about, so that it helps make sense. Because I feel with the 8 of Swords, you're just kind of falling into patterns of overthinking things and kind of getting a little obsessed adjacent and, falling into patterns of self-doubt, like I said. So let's look at the Death card going forward. Wow. Let's talk about it. Yeah, there isn't anything you can't overcome. We have the Strength card underneath, but you're going to kind of have to get your game face on and call up some confidence here. The Queen of Wands and the Strength card, I feel, is like that, getting your nerve up, right? To have this conversation about something that sort of either has to kind of die off, about what has happened in this person's life and relationship situation that is now potentially going to lead to some change, some growth, some transformation, but only by virtue of something having come to an end. So that's why we've got, like, you're manifesting the communication with them, and then once it arrives, you've got to get brave enough to talk about the elephant in the room. That's the way I see it, because whatever it is pretty daunting. And it will have this person really sort of a little bit nervous and apprehensive as to whether or not they really missed an important opportunity in the connection with you, something that has kept you separated, like at an emotional arm's length, let me say, for quite some time. So yeah, you'll have to get your nerve up to have that convo. So that's what I see. What I want to do in the extended, I'm going to tell you the astrology in a minute, but what I want to do in the extended in this particular spread is I move all the cards up. I continue on with this reading. I pull the two of you together. I look at the strengths between you, the challenges you're dealing with or you would be dealing with in 3D, and the opportunities. So we'll see what that's about. We'll get your messages to and from each other. What does this person want you to know? If they could be sitting right in front of you, what would they say? What energy are they picking up from you at 5D? We'll get a card from Spirit of the Universe that will come through as guidance, or sometimes it's like something to be on the lookout for. We'll get the hidden energies, what's going on behind the scenes you're unaware of but might want to know about, and then the opportunities for you going forward. So we'll look at that as the outcome position, and then I'll get some more oracle for you. So here's who showed up. The Fool is Aquarius. Queen of Pentacles can be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Star is Aquarius. Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If you're dealing with an Aquarius or have a lot of Aquarius in your chart, that's just extra confirmation. We've got the Devil is Capricorn. The Moon is Pisces. Magician is Virgo and Gemini. King of Swords to match our Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Emperor is Aries. We've got more Aries in the Tower. Chariot is Cancerian energy. Death card is Scorpio. Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag, and Leo in the Strength card. So that's what I have. The link to the extended is below. I'll see you there in a second. Otherwise, take care. Bye for now.